A montage-style frame, Tund in an office holding his head in frustration, papers scattered, phone ringing unanswered. His once shiny Mercedes sits abandoned in rain. In the mirror he coughs into a handkerchief, blood faintly visible. Ekanem's elderly mother slipping on a spotless floor. A cousin crying over a failed exam paper, more Nike smiling innocently in her crib, as sunlight bends unnaturally toward her. Subtle eerie tone, the world's joy dimming around her light. Nighttime. Ekanem and Ade argue softly in their bedroom. Ekanem's eyes are wet with fear. It's just coincidence, isn't it? She pleads. Ade stands in half shadow, trying to stay calm but uneasy. Their daughter sleeps peacefully in a crib between them, light falling only on her. Late night. Ekanem alone, cleaning the living room by candlelight. Her hand brushes the Ekanem and Ade around her waist. It glows faintly red-orange, pulsing like a heartbeat. Her eyes widen in horror. The room darkens, shadows ripple across the walls. She whispers, trembling. Close up on the Ekanem beads glowing feverishly against Ekanem's skin. Ghostly faces flicker in the shadows, faint echoes of those who've suffered. The beads pulse rhythmically, like something alive. Ekanem clutches them, tears streaming, realization dawning. Interior of a small, dim Port Harcourt apartment. Ekanem, exhausted, stands by a curtained window, clutching her child close as sunlight filters through in slanted rays. Her eyes are wide, suspicious. She peers at the door as if expecting someone. Toys lie scattered, half hidden. The air feels heavy and tense, like the room itself is watching. Ade, once vibrant, now sits slumped at a desk surrounded by work papers, his face drawn and pale. His hair has begun to gray, sweat on his forehead. The apartment behind him looks darker, colder. A small child's toy lies on the floor beside him, its bright color contrasting the gloom. Ade and Ekanem facing each other in the middle of the room, tension thick. Ade's face is contorted in anger and disbelief, while Ekanem cries, clutching her chest. Between them, the crib glows faintly with an eerie, unnatural light. Close-up of Ekanem untying the glowing green waist bead, the Ekanem and Ade. Her hands tremble as the bead pulses with feverish light, illuminating her tear-streaked face. Ade recoils in the background, face twisted in shock. Ade steps back in disbelief, one hand over his mouth, his eyes wide. Ekanem pleads, holding the glowing bead toward him like proof of her guilt. The apartment is dim except for the bead's eerie light. Shadows stretch across the walls like reaching hands. More Nike sits calmly in her crib, half bathed in shadow, her eyes glowing faintly golden green. She smiles sweetly as she says, "Mama, why are you crying?" "I am hungry." Her voice seems to vibrate the air. A pot in the background begins to bubble. A close-up of the cooking pot on the stove overflowing with black, tar-like liquid that steams and bubbles unnaturally. The air distorts with heat. Behind it, lights flicker, casting erratic shadows. A crucifix on the wall tilts slightly, and flies hover in the smoky air. Ade staring into Mornike's eyes, once innocent, now deep and knowing, reflecting faint faces of those who have suffered. His expression is frozen between love and terror. The room flickers with unstable light. The child's smile is beautiful yet wrong, her gaze ancient. Nighttime in Port Harcourt. Ekanem and Ade flee their small apartment, silhouetted against the faint glow of streetlights. Ekanem clutches Ade's arm as they hurry through narrow, shadowy streets, barefoot and terrified. Behind them, the apartment window flickers with unstable light, as if something unseen stirs inside. The same smoky shed at the edge of the market, now dark and abandoned. The fire pit is cold. Ekanem and Ade stand in the doorway, breathing hard. The air is thick with the smell of decay and burnt fish. In the faint moonlight, a stool holds a single, new, murky green waste bead glowing faintly with an eerie pulse. Close-up of the stool inside the shed, with the new alik, murky green, pulsing like something alive. The background is blurred, showing faint outlines of Ekanem and Ade standing frozen in horror. The air ripples slightly around the bead as if reality bends near it. A small church on a quiet Nigerian street, early dawn. The wooden door slightly ajar. A baby wrapped in soft fabric lies on the steps, a note pinned to her blanket. A faint morning mist rises. Inside, a faint warm light glows, safety and innocence in contrast to the night's horror. A wide shot of the Niger Delta creeks at sunrise, mist curling over still waters, mangrove roots like dark fingers reaching from the swamp. Two faint figures in a small wooden canoe vanish into the fog. Their faces are unseen. The atmosphere feels mournful and mythic. A dark, symbolic frame showing the glowing green waste bead floating in black water, its light dimming slowly until it fades. Superimposed faintly behind it, a whisper of Ekanem's face, sorrowful and distant, dissolving into mist. Not every gift is a blessing.